It's Nancy from Baldwin Homes, Keller Williams, and J Metro Group, and I wanted today to talk a little bit about, I had notes, just FYI today. I want to talk a little bit about how the New York City rental market is affecting our market out here in New Jersey. And I think that this will be reflective of a lot of other markets who are right outside of a large metro area, okay? So those of you who know, I think we all agree that the Fed is saying that they're going to keep the interest rates relatively low through 2023. So the condo market in New York City, I'm thinking anticipated is going to do some sort of bounce back. There is some sort of perceived value because builders are having to drop their prices. So I do think we see, unfortunately, not just regular buyers, but an influx of foreign investors and also sort of national investors who are looking to try to pick up stuff in the city while it's cheaper, because I do think that market is going to come back around. Okay. And at the same time, I do think there is a correlation between the rental recovery market in New York and whether or not there's going to be a return to the office. So in other words, the theory behind this is that if 50% of the folks go back to working in an office in the city, then we're going to see a 50% recovery rate in the New York City rental market in that same time frame, okay? Because right now, as of the end of December, I believe there were about 20,000 units vacant in New York. So that is a vacancy rate of, I don't know, like about 5%, which we have not seen in New York since like 2007, of course, which was as a result of the Great Recession. So guesstimation right now, 18 to 24 months in order for that inventory to kind of, fix itself, the inventory problem to sort of fix itself, okay? We are seeing more new leases, but we are not seeing a lot of lease renewals. So it could mean that people are choosing to move because they're finding incentives in other units in town. Or it could mean they're saying, you know what, we're just not going to do the city anymore. We're out of here. We're going to head towards greener pastures. In this case, the suburbs, like where we are, which is, based out of northern New Jersey. Honestly, at this point, I just feel like the schools really need to open in September to help us sort of have some sort of equilibrium. And at the same time, I will tell you, I have seen a lot of new homeowners who've come out here. They're having a little bit of a wake-up call. They rushed out here because they said, we're done with the city. And there's a little bit of the, oh crap, is this what owning a home is like? There's a little bit of snapback that we're having. People are understanding that owning a home isn't as easy as they thought. And I do think that we're going to lose some people who are going to say, you know what, I'm going to go back into that more urban living where I don't have to manage, whether the furnace breaks or whether there's a roof leak or whether I have to mow the yard, for instance. Other than that, I will tell you that I think that we're seeing a spike in, second homes, vacation homes. I think people who are staying in the city are going to, I think they're going to want some place that they can escape to feel like they're, not on top of each other. So we're seeing that. Now, another thing that I am seeing that's interesting is that I think that companies are considering the idea of sort of decentralizing their main office spaces. Like, I think I've seen some of the larger companies sniffing around. They're talking about going into smaller pod workspaces where their employees actually live. So for instance, they might be looking for office space in a town like Montclair, New Jersey, because they have people who live in northern New Jersey. So the likelihood is that commuting to a smaller office pod might be more appealing and in the end more cost effective than having everybody go into New York City and work at a building on Fifth Avenue, for instance. Let me see here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else exciting. No, listen, we need the vaccine. We need the vaccine and we need the schools to open. But that is sort of, I think that the inventory being low is going to continue to keep the prices relatively buoyant in our market area. So if you have any questions, you are welcome to reach out to me anytime. My name is Nancy, Baldwin Homes, Keller Williams, NJ Metro Group, 917-992-3098. Always here to help.